All right, well, I guess we're recording now, so I guess I'll get right down to it. I want to thank you for listening in right now. No, this is not a live stream, it's not a video, so much as it is you can put it on in the background while you do your thing, whether it's doing your laundry or uh, playing your favorite game or doing housework, whatever you want to do. Pardon me while I whip this out. Light a cigarette because it is time for a fireside chat with Uncle Satan. Was talking with a friend of mine in a stream tonight, and I was like, you know what? I want to mix my content up a little bit and, you know, let people inside just a little bit to see who is the man behind the devil. Because no, I'm not neurotic or, uh, disillusioned to believe that I'm actually the devil. Uh, as we all know, it's a clever moniker, and the name came about because this is going to be an origin story, but we'll get to that in a second. The whole point of doing this, and I'll be doing it with gameplay and stuff like that. I wanted to do these little fireside chats with Uncle Satan. It lets people in and it varies my content, but you get to hear some funny stories from my life. And when I say my life is a mixture of National Lampoon, John Wick, and 10 Things I Hate About You, minus the high school kids. Uh, yeah, I've lived an amazing, amazing life, and I want to share a little bit of that with you. Besides from the yelling, screaming demon, king of hell, in his videos with uh, my companions in crime, AFM, who got drunk and changed his name to Waking Up Dead. It's got a message. He's like, damn alcohol. To, Bobo and, my wife Crimson and all that. And I just feel like slow down and let you see that I'm not a lunatic. Well, I don't know. That could be subjective. I might just be a lunatic, but it'll usually be like 10-minute stories here and there, just like crazy little, you'll see it in the title. Like one story I have is, "Hey, hey, look at me, I'm a squid." Um, and that'll be the title, Fireside Chat with Uncle Satan. Hey, look at me, I'm a squid. And to give you a brief synopsis, it's about a surgical glove, full frontal male nudity, and New Orleans during Mardi Gras. So, oh boy. But, this one's going to be a little bit longer than 10 minutes because, that's what we're doing. This is like a little intro to the series here. As my good friend Minky Mink said when I broached the subject with her, hey, new year, new project. And I think it's a good thing because honestly, as someone was saying earlier, the past year has been difficult for a lot of people, not for just of us in this community that we share and we love and we protect, but just throughout the world. It's been a harsh year. I think ever since the beginning of the pandemic and to the end of it becoming an endemic or, stuff like that, the world has gotten a little bit crazier. The colors have faded a little bit, and it's up to people like us to bring that life, that color back. Oh God, I did that little blowing in the mic thing for a minute. I hate that shit. I digest, but it's up to us to bring that life back. It's up to us to, see people for, not what you see in front of them, but see them for who they are because we all have bad moments in life. and we all have tragedy. I mean, some people you can't change, and you can't change people anyway. They got to do it themselves. But some people we can't change, and then the others that you do see, we all fall, we all make mistakes, and we get up and then we move on. And that's the point of life. You're not a failure if you fall down. You're a failure if you don't get back up. And that's just the blunt way to say it. If you give up, you fail. But getting up, dusting your knees off, and jumping back into this shit as hard as you can, that's what separates the men from the boys, the women from the girls, the Satan from the angels. So let's hunker down in this new year. January 1st, 2024. Happy New Year, everyone. I'm glad you're here. And let's talk about the origins of Lazy Satan. Well, the name come about many years ago because for those of you playing the home game know that I am former U.S. military. Um, did my time, got out, won't get into the particulars, but I had a nickname and it was Satan because they just said I was an evil son of a bitch. And it could be anywhere from like executing my job or just being a malicious little devil playing pranks on people. And then there come a time that you know, people calling me Satan and all that, and I'm kind of an older guy now, but at the time I was a ripped, chiseled 20 something, looked, had the body of a god, but it wasn't Buddha. I was a young Adonis. Now I'm built like a fucking Viking. I'm thick all over and I'll beat the shit out of you. Um, Not really. I'm a peaceful little pissant now mostly. But so people kind of took the wrong idea by Satan and they thought, "Oh God, he must be a Satanist, he worships the devil. He drinks blood." And I was like, I take offense to that. I don't drink blood, okay? I bathe in it. There's a difference, I got this whole Carmilla thing going, So leave me alone. It's hurtful when people say things like that, when they get a conception that you're just this intense individual, which I am. I still am intense to this day. But I've shifted the priority from being intense for a nefarious purpose, whatever that may be, and to just be intense into living life and, trying to do good things and, help those that need to be helped and just, enjoy life, see the green of the leaves, see the blue of the sky, feel the breeze on your face, smell the fart of your dog at 2 a.m. that wakes you up and you feel like you're dying. Yes, Lemon, I'm talking about you. And that would be my snoring dog, Lemon, the Lemon Beagle. Yes, that's an actual breed, a Lemon Beagle named Lemon. So original with the name, but I didn't name her. So I decided to become Lazy Satan 999 instead of 666 because I'm too lazy to be evil. I got the numbers upside down and like, fuck it, and I'm not changing it because I'm a perfect little devil and I'm too lazy to be evil, except when I need to be. And I've used that moniker because it's just it's a funny little thing, If you're looking at if you're looking at the screen right now, my good buddy Sinistar, she's like a sister to me. Don't tell her that because she'll get an inflated sense of ego. But this little art that you see of the devil laying on the couch with, I don't know if that's supposed to be a beer or soda. Knowing her, she probably meant that to be a beer. And, laid back on the pillows, the console or computer or whatever, sitting down there, and I'm just laid back wearing pansy green boots. Why she chose green boots, I have no idea. Just kick back with a cigarette in my mouth, and I'm just laughing like the little demon that I am. Um, she made that little thing for me, so thank you, Sin, again for that. But the whole point of this, I forget where I was going with it because this is not scripted. The whole thing about these stories are they're not scripted. They're just gonna like be vomited out. But I became lazy Satan because of that. I wanted to be a fun-loving person, you know, because when we kick it off this mud ball, we only get one turn on it. And when I leave this place, when I go, I don't want people talking about stories that go back to my army days. I don't want people talking about, he was, he's the guy that you wanted to have your back, or he was the guy that he got shit done in that regard. Not to sound arrogant or dramatic, but yeah, I was the guy that got shit done. I was the one that was fearless. And not to say the other men weren't fearless, but I was recklessly fearless because I'd come to a point in my life I didn't care anymore and I wanted to get it over with. So it's like, if anybody's going out on this motherfucker, it's gonna be me. And it was not a healthy way to be, and thankfully I made it back. But yeah, that's why I became the devil. And, not the devil, but the lazy devil, the lazy Satan, if you will, because I really just wanted to, you know, there's a song by a band called Him. It's a Finnish goth band that they have retired now, but there's a song by them called "You Are the One," and there's a lyric out of this song, and it says, "I've done my evil and I've done my good." And I was talking with somebody about this the other day, actually. I've done my evil in this world, but I've done my good. But I kind of want to put it into a situation where I'm doing more good than I'm bad because I don't believe in bad people. I believe in bad choices. Another YouTuber named Larry Lawton, look him up. That's his catchphrase. It's on his T-shirt, so I credit that to him. But I believe that to a degree. I don't believe in bad people. I believe in bad choices. Um, in some aspects, that's correct. Some aspects, it's not because sometimes you just do have truly evil fucking people. But for the majority of the time, and I'll make reference to other people here because what they say makes a lot of sense. A YouTuber named Rob himself. Love the guy. I consider him a friend. Um, and he says something at the end of his streams every time. In fact, I was just watching his New Year's stream up until it quit a few minutes ago. Always be kind to people because you never know about their daily struggles. You never know what they're going through. The guy that cut you off in traffic, he may be rushing to the hospital because a family member is hurt. The lady in the store that, you know, just looks like a shitty person and snaps off at you or for whatever reason, whether you're both reaching for the same carton of milk or something and she pops off at you. She may have lost her job that day or any myriad of reasons that, decent people just they've had enough and they pop off. So I agree with Mr. Rob on that, always be kind to people. You never know what they're going through. And, I try to want to live like that in my life instead of having a volatile nature that, I react stupidly or, do something completely fucking, off the rails. Put yourself into that mindset of where they may be. Because usually you can tell when someone's being an asshole because they just are an asshole. And sometimes you can tell if it's just because, you know, shit happens. Sometimes you can de-alienate between the two. And that's kind of how Lazy Satan was born. I get on stream and I yell and I curse and I drink beer and I tell my wife to go fuck herself and all that, and she tells me to get bent, and I'm yelling at Bobo to quit stealing my oppressor, and we're all having fun. Never for one moment would I sit there and be serious and tell my wife go fuck herself, or like I say in stream sometimes, I'll say, hey Bobo, go off yourself. I'm like, dude, just go off yourself already, or go kill yourself already. And some people will be like, I'm like, no, I'm talking about in the game, you stupid fucks. Because we're doing a heist or something and something goes wrong, and I'm like, dude, kill yourself. You know, we all have fun with what we do, and that's who Lazy Satan is. That's who this character. Because yeah, I'm not gonna tell you my real name, but yeah, the man behind the horns is talking right now, and that's who Lazy Satan is just the fun-loving devil that can be very vulgar and very rude and blah blah blah. So to pretty much finish this out, because we're looking at almost 20 minutes, and this is like an intro to my series, I won't digress. I'll stay to the point more while we're telling tales in the future. But I just wanted to give you a little bit of background into who's ruling the throne these days. And no, Sinistar, it's not you. So shut up. Um, I will give my final on this little intro to the series. I will say this: I want to give a big thank you to my wife, Crimson Panthers, for playing with me and getting involved with my streams, and also to Waking Up Dead, the artist formerly known as AFM, and Bobo T Baggins as well, because they are what carry my streams. It's not me. I mean, I'm not the one that's, really the talent behind the videos or the live streams. It's all them. I'm just here as a vehicle. That's really it. Um, because Bobo's always messaging me like, what content do you got for the stream, or are you streaming today? And he's always pushing me to stream. He's always pushing me, and sometimes I'm like, dude, I'm gonna push you off a cliff. But because apparently I do something that's worth something to a few people at least, and I want to keep doing it. And oh, dry throat, excuse me. See, like I said, this is very informal. They are the ones behind it, so I want to give them a big thank you for making this entertaining for people. I want to thank Rob himself and Minky Minks and Sinistar for encouraging me to keep doing this, because there was a time I wanted to quit, and especially here recently with some stupid things that happened. I just really wanted to quit. Didn't want to do it anymore. And, like Rob told me, he told me, he's like, dude, you just got to keep going. The best thing to do for all of us is to keep going. And I will do so. So thank you, Rob, for that encouragement. And Minky Minks and her loving and forgiving nature, we squabble like two siblings sometimes, and I'm not even going to get into all that bullshit, but we squabble like siblings sometimes. But I really love it about her that she has a sweet, discerning nature, that she can tell when someone is trying to carry a line on her, and when someone's trying to bullshit her. And you know she figured out that I'm not trying to bullshit her, so um she's a great person. I love her dearly. And, with Sinistar, she brought me and my wife into her life, and we brought her into ours. And, you know, even though she keeps trying to steal my wife, which, you're probably going to see me on Dateline NBC one day, Crazy man that thinks he's the devil killed crazy Asian lady with no pants on because she was trying to hump his wife. Yeah. Mhm. I still love you though, Sin. And to all the other people, Max, the famous mustache, Max, and the person that carries his mustache, Melvin. Max knows what I'm talking about. Um, he's been awesome. I played with him once or twice, I think. Um, but yeah, he's an awesome guy. He comes and supports the streams of everybody. He's always here hanging out. Real cool dude. Uh, so I love having him around, and just everyone in general. Doom Boy Gaming, the streamer of Doom. Love his fucking energy. I love his fucking streams. Uh, great fucking guy. And this community it's a very good community. It is awesome, and it's got some nice fucking people in it. And a big shout out to Mullet Guy because when Mullet's streaming, when Mullet's going, you know, he and I are a lot alike when we get on stream. It's just like fuck it, we're here. you know, um, God damn it. It's like we have very little regard when it comes to, what direction is this going? Well, whichever direction I want to fucking take it. And that's not to take away like Rob or Mickey or anybody else, but they usually have a very like efficient way they do shit. And not to say Mullet doesn't, but he's just got that rock and roll swagger that when he gets on a stream, uh, it's just it is what it is, you know. And that takes nothing away from everybody else because everybody is very great at what they do. It's just something special about a mullet stream sometimes. It's like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're gonna get, and it's great. But a big shout out to Mullet because when he did a stream with Rob to address a certain situation a few months back, that's how I found Rob. I was like, I'll sub to this guy and check him out. And then that led to Minky, and that led to Max and Kylie Madison and Doom Boy and Sin and Sam Brown and oh my God, all these different people, ULF and Mr. Franklin, Mr. Rock, my Kiss Army brother. I found a family. I found a community, a little family that at any given time I can load up YouTube and somebody's always got something going on and I feel a part of that and I can go in and we all have a good time and that's what this is all about is having a good time and doing good things. And that's what, you know, we got to I'm not going to get into that new year, new me bullshit, but it's a new year. It's a time of renewal, recharging, moving forward. And that's what every one of us are going to do within this community and hopefully in the world at large. That's all we are going to do is just, get out there, you know, take this, take this in life, take it, it's yours. Take it and run with it. If you want to move to Sao Paulo and paint on, and paint the lovely architecture, do it. If you want to be a YouTube streamer but you're afraid because you don't think no one will like you, get out there and do it. Life is short, people. Get out there and live your dream. Become what is in your head. Become what is the thing that drives your passion. Get out there and fucking do it. You know, it's better to say that really went badly than to say, I wish I would have done that. So I'm going to close this off. We're right at 25 minutes almost. So I'm just going to say, I thank you all for being here. Let's kick 2024 in the fucking teeth. And to rip off Rob himself one more time, In the words of Ron Burgundy, go fuck yourself, San Diego. Y'all have a good time. We'll talk soon.